What's going on, everyone? Today we've got a banger of a 4-3-3 here for you guys. It is a Eddie Howe inspired 4-3-3 that I ended up testing with not only Newcastle, but as well as PSG and Norwich. Now, result-wise with Newcastle, they did pretty darn well. They ended up winning the league on 83 points, and they also won the FA Cup. Now, this tactic, when looking at the data, really helped showcase their prolific attack with averaging over 2.5 goals per game, but conceded-wise does show that they do still have some work to do on the defensive side. However, with player production-wise, Alexander Isak had 35 goals, Anthony Gordon with 14, Sven Botman with 13. Then we have Joelinton with 13, as well as Bruno Guimaraes with 12. Assist-wise, Kieran Trippier with 14, Joelinton with 13, and Lewis Hall with 12. But then we get to Norwich as well as PSG, and Norwich really surprised me as they go up automatic through promotion, 97 points, equal with Leeds United. Leeds United beat them out due to goal difference, but you can see they won the FA Cup, which their run to the FA Cup had them beating Man City 3-1, Arsenal 3-1, and in the final beating Tottenham 3-1 as well. When it comes to the data hub with Norwich, pretty balanced. I'd say they did do very, very well though, and that really shows with the amount of double-digit goal scorers. You got Marcelino Nunez with 19 goals, Josh Sargent with 17, Emiliano Marcondes with 15, you got Borja Sainz with 13, Cernak with 11, and then Cordoba and Fasnacht both with 10. Assist-wise, you got Gibbs with 17, Nunez with 11, and Sainz with 10. And then when it comes to PSG, they really showed off what it is capable of, winning the league on 92 points with 104 goal differential. They won the Champions League, won the Coupe de France, and the Trophée des Champions. They were almost averaging 4 goals per game, while averaging a little over half a goal against per game. And what I loved from this PSG side was that they were alternating their strikers. So Gonzalo Ramos and Kolo Muani were both sharing time up top, and they combined for 60 goals between the two. You did have Vitinha with 17, Dembele with 16, Barcola with 14, Marquinhos with 12, and then Neves and Fabian both with 10. Assist-wise though, Dembele with 21, Hakimi with 18, Vitinha with 16, Fabian 14, Barcola with 14, and Joao Neves with 13. So before we get into the tactic on FM, we're going to look at it on tactical board. We've got this 4-3-3 here in front of us. We got the advanced forward up top, 2 inside forwards on the wing. We got a box-box midfielder with an advanced playmaker and a ball-winning midfielder making up that midfield trio. We then have a wingback on the left side and a fullback on the right side. Then we got 2 ball-playing defenders and a goalkeeper. Now, with this tactic, it is pretty aggressive. With this tactic, it is pretty pressing. It is almost like a perfect blend between my tactical philosophies and Eddie Howe's as well. So with combining those along with making sure that we had the best roles possible for these Newcastle players, it really allowed them to succeed, allowed them to win the league and the FA Cup, and allowed Norwich and PSG to do unbelievable as well. But how this tactic builds up, you got the inside forwards cutting in, effectively creating a front three. This box-box midfielder is going to be one of your more important players. Joelinton was unbelievable in this role. He'll be pushing up. Your advanced playmaker on attack, he'll be pushing up. Your ball-winning midfielder, same thing here. Your wing back is going to be very important creativity-wise. They're going to be crossing from that byline. So is that fullback, but the fullback may choose to sag off a little bit at times as well. Then you have the ball-playing defenders coming up too. And you are going to bombard your opponent with the attack with this tactic, which we saw from the numbers PSG was putting up. So here we are now with the tactic. It is Gormy's 4-3-3 Newcastle Brown Ale. That is going to be the tactical file name you're looking for within my Discord. That's where you can download the tactic from, which I'll be linking down below in the description. You'll be able to download it from the download section of the Discord. For those of you that may not have Discord or are on console, feel free to just copy the tactic on over with all the player roles and instructions as I'm about to go over them. So, tactic-wise, we got advanced forward on attack up top, 2 inside forwards on attack out wide, box-box midfielder on support with an advanced playmaker on attack and central midfield. Defensive midfield, we have a ball-winning midfielder on support, wing back on support at left back, full back on support at right back. 2 ball-playing defenders on defend, and a goalkeeper on defend. The advanced forward had no changes to it. Both inside forwards on attack have crosses aimed at center and shoot more often. Box-to-box midfielder on support has crosses aimed at center, dribble more, move into channels, tackle harder. The advanced playmaker on attack has crosses aimed at center, roam from position, and tackle harder. The ball-winning midfielder on support has dribble more. The wingback on support at left back has cross more often, cross from the byline, crosses aimed at center, dribble more, stay wider, tackle harder. The fullback on support at right back has cross more often, cross from the byline, crosses aimed at center, dribble more, stay wider, tackle harder. Both ball-playing defenders on defend have tackle harder. The goalkeeper on defend was left as is. This tactic is played with a positive mentality. You can go attacking or balanced as well. Positive gives you the best of both worlds. If you wish to start at balanced and then work your way up and figure out, okay, I like it on balance, I'll just stick here, or go to positive, see how it performs, and then once again go up to attacking, see how it performs, definitely feel free to do so. It is very good on all three. But now when we are in possession, we have fairly narrow attacking width. We overlap on the left and right, looking for those overlapping runs from our wing back and fullback. We play out from the defense, work the ball into the box using low crosses in the final third, slightly shorter passing directness and higher tempo. When in transition, we counter press and counter, distribute quickly to the fullbacks and center backs, and roll the ball out. And then once out of possession, we have a high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, and much more often trigger press. So you can see with having the much more often trigger press and the higher tempo, it is pretty aggressive, pretty up tempo, pretty pressing type tactic. Now when it comes to the level of ability needed to play this sort of tactic or this style, you're definitely going to need to be a upper echelon to mid-table type side, so elite to mid-tier type side. If you're a low-tier relegation fodder type side, you're going to have to grow into playing this. So definitely implement it, but just know it's not going to do what it did for Newcastle, what it did for PSG off the rip for you. You're going to have to grow into it, and eventually you are going to be absolutely unstoppable. When it comes to tactical tweaks, there aren't really that many that I would recommend. However, if you wish to make this a more attacking style, then you will put the wingback on the attack duty as well as the fullback on the attack duty. And if you wish to do so, you can also make it a little bit more supportive, a little less aggressive, and have that advanced playmaker go onto the support duty as well. But there we have it for today's tactic. If you wish to give this tactic a go for yourselves, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description, as where you can download the tactic from within the download section of the Discord. My set piece tactics will also be in there if you wish to download those along with this tactic. And if you did enjoy today's video, please feel free, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so on that sub button. Right now I'll be popping up some of my most recent videos for you guys to check out if you wish to do so. Until next time everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.